In this class, we try to calculate work done by the torque, power, and torque in terms of alpha, conservation of angular momentum, and some more problems. So let us choose a frame of reference where the rigid body is rotating about z-axis in the anti-clockwise motion. Let's see a simple a particle position is p1. Now where the position vector which is called as r1. Now position vector p r1 at a point p1 we have drawn, it has been moving or rotating about z axis. That is linear displacement is p p1 and p1 dash. This is called as ds1 arc length, and you can write it as other vector. Now this is called as a small angle for a small displacement ds1. This is arc length. Corresponding angle is d theta. Right. Now how to rotate such one? We have to apply some force actually. When you apply force, like in a particular this direction, when you apply force F1, it is being rotated. If you consider many number of particles where force applied, then we can consider. So how to calculate work done in moving from point 1 p1 to p1 dash? Generally in the translational motion we calculate w is equal to f into s. Otherwise dw is equal to f into ds. In the translational we have studied. In the translational, how to consider in the rotational? We have to see that analogies of force and displacement, and work is the work we cannot change. We apply and we'll get the formula. Here what is a torque actually? According to the definition for torque, r cross f. So on the particle 1 we have to consider tau 1, which is equal to r1 cross f1. We will write it as tau 1 is equals to r1 f1 sine, like let us say a simple angle. That angle the alpha is between the angle of r and f, where this is a displacement, right? Now how to write the work done? So dw f into ds. dw is equal to, in place of f I would write it as tau, and this is theta, d theta. For the work done dw1 you write it as dw1 is equal to tau 1 into d theta. If more number of forces are acting, we have only considered one force like F1. More than one force is acting on the same body, and the work done by all the forces can be added. Then that gives the total work done on the body. Suppose for F1, F2, F3 we will get it as tau 1, tau 2, tau 3 are the torques which are acting. Torques which are acting. Now if you want to calculate the total work done with all the forces like F1, F2, F3, now what do you write actually? Tau 1 plus tau 2 plus tau 3 so on into d theta. Now how do you write this one? dw is equal to, this is the summation of the all the torques, which is equal to tau into d theta. Since I would write it as tau 1 plus tau 2 plus tau 3, so on, which is equivalent to tau, that is total torque. See that the dw is equal to f into ds, same analogous. Now if you consider the rate of work doing, or dw by dt, what is this, which is equivalent as power. So power is equals to dw by dt is equal to d by dt of tau into d theta. So I can write it as power is equal to tau into d theta by dt. What is d theta by dt? In the last classes we learned it as d theta by dt is equal to power is equal to t into omega. So in the translational motion we have already studied that power is equals to, it is the scalar which is a dot product of force into velocity f into v. Here f is being replaced with tau, v is being replaced with omega. So again you will have same units like power, tau into omega, torque into angular velocity. We'll see other alternative formula for tau using this. The rotational kinetic energy. In the last class we observed that rotational kinetic energy E is equals to half I omega square we have seen. Let's say dE by dt, rate of energy, or dE by dt means half I omega square. Half and I are constants. Now how to write this one? Half into I outside, d by dt of omega square. Now what is that? Rate of doing energy, rate of energy, rate of work, which is again power, is equal to half into I into 2 omega d omega by dt. Power is equal to half of gets cancelled, you will get it as I omega d omega by dt. From this, power is equal to I omega into d omega by dt. It's a rate of angular velocity which is called as angular acceleration, I omega alpha. What is that? I omega alpha is a power for alternate solution. In the last session, last one, we have seen that power is equals to tau into omega. So observe these two relations 1 and 2, we can equate it. How to write this? Tau into omega is equal to I omega alpha, omega cancel, tau is equal to I alpha. Remember the equation, f is equals to ma. Now this is translational motion. Now coming to rotational motion, f with tau, m with I, a with alpha. Tau is equal to I alpha. So tau is equals to I alpha. This is a new relation. Okay. Now we shall solve some simple problems regarding that. Then we will come to one understanding how to calculate the work done and torque, all those things. See, this is a simple example problem where which is involving with the moment of inertia and calculating work done, calculating kinetic energy. Here, the negligible rope of mass is given wound around a flywheel of mass 20 kg and radius 20 centimeters. A steady pull of 25 newtons applied to the cord as shown in the figure. We shall draw the figure. See, this is called as a flywheel where one axle is there, which is called a solid one, which is being fixed to wall of radius r, mass m. The moment of inertia of the flywheel is equals to mr square by 2 or half mr square. So what happens? The a wire or a rope or a string is wounded around it. The center is axis which is being fixed to a wall so that it can be easily rotated. This is like horizontal wheel, you can expect it. Now a rope is there. Now with 25 newtons they applied, right? Now so that the wire is being taken out from that which is wounded again. So first, when it is being rotated about its axis with angular velocity omega, they asked that what is alpha, what is the angular acceleration. In such applying force where it is moving with alpha, what is the work done? While it is rotating with omega, what is the value of the kinetic energy? These are the one by one questions we have to solve taking the data. See the question again, it involving three problems. One is alpha, other one is W, other one is kinetic energy. Of course, work done and involving kinetic energy are appear to be same. Then we have to compare the answers B and C. The answers we have to apply and compare B and D. This the answers which. So if they are same, then we can say that they are equal. Otherwise, we have to give some explanation. Now this is a simple picture of flywheel which is not flying, which is rotating about a fixed axis. Now what is the moment of inertia as it is rotating? The moment of inertia I is equal to m r square by 2. M is 20 kg, R is 0.2 whole square by 2. I is equals to 10 into 0.2, 0.04. You can write it as 0.04 into 10, 0.4 kg meter square. Right? Now, first, what is asked? Alpha. What is alpha? We shall try to calculate torque. Torque is equal to R into F into sine theta. This is R, this is F. What is the angle? 90. So R is equal to 0.2 meter, F is 25, sine 91. So how do you write it as? Now tau is equals to 5, if you take 5.0 Newton meter. This is equation 1. Just now we had seen other alternating formula. What is tau? Tau which is involving with I and alpha. So this is other equation for tau, torque. This is a equation we learnt in the previous classes, RF sin theta, right? Now I alpha is equals to, we obtained it as 5.0. What I we obtained, we calculated 0.4 into alpha is equal to 5.0, right? Now what is alpha here? Just 5.0 by 0.4, which is written as 12.5 radians per second square, or simply per second square. This is the first one we obtained. What is they asked actually? Second one, work done. B. This is A actually. See the problem again. What is work done? How to calculate work done? Now work done is equal to force into displacement, F into S. F into S. What is force? 25 newtons. And what is the displacement? The unwinding of wire is 2 meters. 2 meters, which is work done is equal to 50 joules, right? Now see what is a kinetic energy. How to calculate kinetic energy? Kinetic energy means of I omega square. I already calculated. Omega is to be calculated. How to calculate omega? As it initially starts from rest, they have given omega square is equal to omega naught square plus 2 alpha into theta minus theta naught. Theta naught is 0, theta, right? But how to calculate theta? Again, theta we can write it as unwinding length, and instead of radius, how we can write ds is equal to r d theta. S is equal to r into theta. What is unwinding wire? Unwinding wire means wire is being elapsed out 2 meters. What is the radius? Again, it's 0.2 into theta. Theta is equal to 2 by 0.2, which is 2 gets cancelled, which is about 10 radians. Now substitute to the simple formula. Omega square is equal to omega naught square plus 2 into alpha into theta. It starts from rest 0. Now omega square is equal to 2 into alpha into theta. Omega square is equal to 2 into alpha 12.5 into theta 10. Omega square is equal to 20 into 12.5. What is that? 25 into 10, 250, right? This is omega square. Now what is kinetic energy? Again here we have to write and calculate kinetic energy. Kinetic energy is equal to half into I 0.4, omega square 250. Kinetic energy is equal to 0.2 into 250, right? Kinetic energy is equal to again 50 joules. We obtained here work done or kinetic energy 50 joules. We obtained here as 50 joules. The answer part B and part C are same. So what you can conclude, no energy has been wasted in like friction or all the things. There are bearings are there. No friction was observed. So that work done and kinetic energy are equal here. Angular momentum and angular acceleration alpha. So in a simple terms we will observe it and we need not go into complete geometrical analysis. The angular momentum we will have written it as L is equal to R cross P. For if you consider I first particle or second particle, it is which is called as summation Ri cross Pi. You can write it as Rp sine theta, right? L is equal to simply R into P. Of course you write Ri Pi. L is equal to summation Ri, what is that, Mi into Vi. Linear momentum is equal to M into Vi. What is V? Linear velocity. How to write angular momentum? V is equal to R omega. Omega is fixed, Ri Vi. Yeah, L is equal to Ri Mi into Ri omega. Ri omega. L is equals to summation Mi Ri square into omega. What is this? If you write it in a separate, L is equal to summation over Mi Ri square is equal to I omega. L is equals to I omega. What is the differentiation of L? dl by dt. D by dt of I omega. dl by dt we have seen the previous class as tau I with d omega by dt. What is this? dl by dt is equal to I alpha. I alpha. What is dl by dt? dl by dt, which is called as tau, we learnt in the previous class, I alpha. Tau is equal to I alpha. Imagine tau is equal to I alpha means simply analogous to F is equal to M. So tau is equal to I alpha. We shall solve some problems also. Conservation of angular momentum. We have seen in the last classes about conservation of linear momentum, where the linear momentum mv L P is equal to mv, that is constant, m1 v1 is equal to m2 v2, like so on. Here the angular momentum L about z axis we can write it as Lz, which is equivalent to I omega. So for a system particularly, if you are considering Lz is equal to constant, When Lz is constant means dl by dt is equal to 0, means tau is equal to 0. This is indicating clearly that external torque is 0 when you are considering the angular momentum is equals to constant. Now how do you write this one? I1 omega 1 is equal to I2 omega 2, which is equivalent to constant, right? Now how do you explain this one? So I inversely proportional to omega. When I is increasing, omega tries to decrease. When I can be decreased, omega can be increased, keeping L is equals to constant. Keeping L is equals to constant here. See this simple example to demonstrate where appear to be a simple person sitting in a swivel chair, rotating chair. So let us say allowing him to rotate about an axis with angular velocity omega. So this is a first condition saying that his hands are being closed. Closed means keep apart. So hands are being not extended like extended arms or stretching arms. So hands are simply left over. Now this is omega, and corresponding angular momentum of this body or person is I omega is equals to constant. If you are considering that first this I1 speed is omega 1, right? Hands or arms are not stretched, when the arms or hands have been stretched, like that, what happens? The angular velocity decreases. Angular velocity decreases because I value, moment of inertia, can be increased. Moment of inertia can be increased. Omega decreases, I increases. I increased actually. What is happening here? This is treated to be one body again, and these are treated to be other bodies. The moment of inertia of this one and moment of inertia of these two parts are again increased. So it appears to be the angular velocity of the body is decreased. So this is suitably applied condition. When I is increased, omega is decreased. When again the arms are closed, coming apart, then again the velocity, angular velocity, increases. This is simple example of a conservation of angular momentum. Here the kinetic energy of a rolling motion of the body. See that this is a center, is a disc or circular disc. It is being rotated, rolling, because the moment of any body which is easy when it is being rolled with the wheels, it's like easy to push or pull, very well. So this is center of mass. When it is being rolled, it is moving with this one. Here the translation of velocity, which is called as the center of mass, which is moving, and as well as it is being rotated with the angular velocity omega, and definitely it has moment of inertia I. So it is gaining kinetic energy of rolling kinetic energy of translational, means rotational plus translational. So generally, if you write half mv square, which is not enough, kinetic energy of translational plus kinetic energy of rotational. How to write this one? Translational, you know very well, of m velocity of center of mass square plus of I omega square, right? Now how to write this one? Of m v cm square plus of, in terms of radius of gyration is a simple formula, mk square omega square, right? We'll take common here. VCM is equal to, its radius, if we consider radius r, which is written as r omega, V is equal to r omega. So here k is equal to half into, we will write small m again here, m r omega whole square plus of m k square omega square. K is equal to half into m r square omega square half into m k square omega square. How to write this one? M omega square can be taken common of m omega square, taking common, what you write actually? You write it as 1 plus k square, right? Here not 1, it is r square plus k square. Now you can, if you want to make it, this is one type of formula here, you can make it in other terms. What is omega here? VCMs by r. Now how to write this one? K is equal to half into m, sorry, capital M, omega means VCM by r whole square, r square plus k square. Now how do you write again? So k is equals to of m VCM square, taking common, so 1 plus k square by r square. So for radius of gyration, values are different for different geometries, and you can apply, and mass is given anyway, velocity, linear velocity, center of mass velocity can be given, substitute, you will get total kinetic energy.